podcast. Hooray! Hi, Steve. I didn't think of any
Hi, what's up?
sponsors for the podcast. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Socks. What's up, buddy?
Not much. What's up with you, dude?
Nothing, just got home pretty well. I got home like a few minutes before I hit you up, but I was just finishing up a different podcast, listening to one, so then I hit you up. And now we're here. So I got this fucking beer to review, and I'm kind of nervous about it. It looks intimidating, but we'll get to that later. Like when I first got those beers, I was like, oh cool, we'll just fucking, I'll drink these once in a while. And then we got to where I review them on the podcast, and I was looking at this one, and I'm like, I already know I'm gonna be drunk by the time I review it, so like it's kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous about it. It looks really intimidating. But
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Yep. Fucking pretty much just working and chilling, man. If you don't mind, I'd like to lead off with a short story just before I get all sloshy and muddle up the details.
Lead on, homie.
So, this guy...
Ooh, this game's got a still tree.
This guy, who will henceforth only be referred to as Fuckhead, he actually shares first name with you, and I don't even want to call him his first name.
Esteban?
Because it is a besmirchment to all of the Stebans across the world. But this guy, this fucking Fuckhead guy, I may have even talked about him on the podcast before, but this is the dude that buys a house and lives in it while it's being remodeled, like while we're remodeling it, and like he does some shit too, like he like installed a shower in the bathroom and tiled one of the bathrooms and shit, you know what I mean? Like he does shit too, but so it's always like super annoying. You know the guy I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
But for the
He's
listener,
always got like an extra thing for you to do.
Well, yeah, just for brevity for the listener at home who doesn't know what I'm talking about, this dude, Fuckhead guy, because I don't want to call him Steve. Sorry. He purchases like these old decrepit houses at auction and wants us to remodel them, and that's cool, but it's super fucking annoying because the entire house is filled up with shit, and this guy like doesn't own a toolbox. So like I'll take some pictures to send to you. There would just be like one room where like every single tool imaginable to man is laid out on the floor, like perfectly organized, to where you can't even like walk through the room, and it's like, well shit, I guess I'm not working in this room today, you know what I mean? Shit like that. But like I was talking to Mike about this guy, about how sad this Nibba's bed is.
Speaking of which, make a note. I want to hear your story about what Mike talked to you about yesterday.
I will write it right now.
So you were talking to Mike.
I was talking to Mike about this, and I'm going to send you the picture right now. This Nibba has the saddest bed of all time. I just sent you the picture.
And my bed is on my floor.
Oh, no, dude, this one is way sadder than yours. Mine is on my floor, too. I don't think that's sad. I just don't like fucking climbing. I like falling onto my bed when I get, like, too trashed to do anything and just fall on the bed. It's awesome.
Nah, man, it's way better to have a bed frame, but
I prefer the bed on the floor, bro. As long as I wouldn't do like the mattress on the floor. If I do the box spring directly connected to the floor.
On my floor.
Oh, that's pretty sad, bro. That's like Mike, man. You're fucking up, bro. Don't have a bed like Mike.
It'll be all different soon as in like a month and a half.
Yeah. No, I think Mike has a box spring also. Dude, you have the saddest bed on this podcast. That's fucked up.
Dude, how fucking small is this bed? Full
It's
size?
like dude. It looks like smaller than a single, and like it looks like a bed
Yeah.
in jail. And do you see that sad little one pillow underneath the fucking sheet there?
Dude, the thing that gets me is the fucking how short the blanket is. Is like, get a bed skirt, man. Like, come on, don't be a savage.
I know, fucking savage ass. Um. So this guy does all kinds of annoying shit. Like, I
What's
believe
up, annoying shit?
I believe I may have even told this on the podcast before, but he'll ask, like, there were three, like, for instance, there was Jay and I were both working there during the same day, and also this other guy, Everett, who is mostly a plumber, but he does flooring with us sometimes.
Dude, I wish that was Everett from Fort Irwin. That he's a
Oh, I know,
plumber
right?
now, and you recognize him at first.
What's up, Everett? Why you fucking plumbing shit, bro? So on this particular day, we all three of us were there, and he asked all three of us the exact same question at different points in the day, and so I was tripping out. Like, I thought he maybe asked him someone else. I was like, hey, Everett, did he ask you such and such question about the shower? He was like, yeah. I was like, bro, he just asked me that like a fucking hour ago, and I told him the answer to his question. And then later
That was
on,
a while ago that happened, right?
yeah, but just to refresh everyone's memory of how annoying this fucking guy is. And then later on during the same day, Jay got back to where we were, and then he asked Jay the same fucking question that he had already asked Everett and I. It's just super fucking annoying. He's done it several times, and one of these times I'm just gonna fucking snap, bro, because I can't handle that shit. And be like, dude, you already fucking asked everyone else, and I'm gonna tell you the same fucking thing. Oh, this guy annoys me to no end. Very annoying. And also, for something that I have also told you guys about, I believe, is that this guy reminds me of like he's like, I don't know, he's like put together, he has his shit together, he's doing his business, he has a job, he fucking, like, he works at his computer a couple hours a day, blah, blah, blah. Like, but he just seems like the kind of guy that knows where a body is hidden, maybe, or, like, plotted
So
out.
if you had to compare this dude to like, I got two questions actually. If you had to compare this dude to like an actor, like from a movie, like which actor would he be? Like just like personality and mannerism wise. Or even just like a character in a movie, if that like makes it easier. Because I'm like picturing this dude as like a fucking like a handy Seth Rogen looking motherfucker.
No,
He's just like, oh,
he looks kind
do
of
I need to
like,
put cocking around the shower? Oh.
ah! No, he kind of like looks like Steve Buscemi a little bit, except like without the jowls and also less of a chin. Like, he don't got much of a
Alright.
chin, man. These
Would you say that he probably acts like Steve Buscemi does, or?
no, he acts like it's like the year 1950 or something like that. Not in the way he talks, or like, oh, I just met a fancy lady and took her out for a nice cavorting on the town tonight. Tap, 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 tap. What's up, Sally Beats?
But he's like really conservative in his mannerisms. Is I think what you're getting at, right?
Yeah, like, he was soldering a pipe, and he had, like, huge-ass earmuffs and a fucking gas mask on. And I was like, okay, bro, that's a little fucking... Anyway.
And then my second question is like, the way this dude lives, like, what year of doing stand-up comedy would it reach you to like live as comfortably as this dude does?
Oh, probably like 6 or 7 years, 8, 9 years, probably. Like
That's
I mean,
hilarious.
he's got money.
No, it's just fucking funny, just because like it was such a weird question, but you were like, "Oh, I've listened to enough people start talking about stand-up comedy with Steve as I know exactly what he's getting at."
Yeah,
6-7 years, bitch.
Yeah, you could like. Well, I mean, he has more money than that, but like.
You're doing club tours, but you do like spots regular too. You're like,
Yeah, exactly, like that kind of level of money.
Yeah, you're headlining, but you're not, you're not doing theaters yet. You're like, some of your shows sell out, but not all of them.
Sally Beats says, "How's it going?" Sally Beats, it's going weird, and you and Steve are about to find out why. It's going weird.
Sally Beats is going sad and a little to the left.
Hey.
Anyways, continue on with your story.
Did we ever talk about this? Like, because my dick, like, leans to the left, but it doesn't curve to the left. You know what I'm saying?
Mine,
it's like straight, but it's...
to the right. It's straight. It just leans to the right.
Yeah, that's
weird.
I
think that's because I jerk off with my right hand.
Yeah, we'll get into it later. By the way, that's why a tailor will ask you if you dress to the left or to the right. Which way does your penis normally go? Anyway, so this fucking guy, and we're like nowhere near completed with this project at his house. And so this guy's going to be in my life for at least another month, and it annoys me to no end. And he just annoys me. Oh, and Sally Beats probably hasn't heard any of this. So this guy has like 20 different things every day. Like, hey, can I ask your opinion on something? But it'll be like some like irrelevant shit. Like, can I ask your opinion on this? Do you think this would look better like this or like that? And he's like moving something like an inch over. Would he be better here or like here? And I'm like, I tell him every fucking time, dude, I do not have an opinion on. I've told him this before, and this is the God's honest truth. I don't ever want to own a home, and if I did, everything would be painted one color, and as long as my bathroom and kitchen worked, I wouldn't give a fuck about anything else. You know what I mean? So I do not have an opinion on any of this shit.
In all honesty, you should own a home at some point. I know, I get your reasoning, but when you're like 90 or whatever fucking... Let's say you fucking make it to 90. I'm just saying, like, you're not going to be fucking be bagging groceries at the fucking store just to pay rent for your apartment.
Oh, man. So anyway, this guy is like the bane of my existence right now, and I'm not trying to complain because if this guy is the worst part of my life right now, I'm not doing that bad. You know what I mean? Some people don't know where their next meal's coming from, so I'm not trying to make it like that.
Little did Mark know he was doing that bad.
Little did Mark know he did not know where his next meal was coming from.
Damn it, that's a way funnier joke.
Fucking, So yeah, so we have like a little inside joke, like if the guy's not around or something, I'll say to somebody like, "Hey Jay, yeah, hey, can I get your opinion on something?" And be like, "Yeah, what?" And I'll make the face like I'm joking. He's like, "Oh yeah, Steve, yeah, I was about to say the guy's last name. Anyway, oh yeah, blah blah blah." So it was probably a week and a half ago. We were at a different house, and Everett was also there doing the carpet.
House.
Yeah, I was working at a different house, but Everett was also there to do some carpet for us.
Stupid.
And I was like, "Hey man, can I ask your opinion on something?" He was like, "Yeah, what?" "Oh, you got me." And Everett says to me, "Hey man, he said, "Mark, do you remember the other day when I was over there and we were standing outside for like an hour talking?" And I was like, "Yeah, with your fucking lazy ass need to get back on the tile and shit, just talking some shit." Yeah. He was like, "I didn't tell you what he talked to me about, did I?" I said, "No." Then Everett, now this is a very nuanced story, so just give me a second here. he said, he asked my not like work related, he asked my personal advice.
Can I just ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Is this a real story, or are you doing a bit right now?
I'm not doing a bit. He said,
Okay.
he said, can I ask you on your advice, like something personally, not work related? And I raised my eyebrows, like, And then Everett said, my sister and my mother are trying to convince me to let my brother move in with me, but he's a convicted sex offender. And I was like, Now wait. Check this out.
Oh, I'm waiting. I'm waiting under my ankles.
Now, Everett told me that it was his brother. I did not find out later until it was his. I did not find out until later that it's his brother-in-law. So the person that is married to his sister. Now, is everyone on the same page?
Yeah, I think so.
His sister and his mom are trying to convince him to let his brother-in-law, who is a convicted sex offender, move in with him. Okay?
Okay.
So that way, and I don't know this for sure, but it's most likely because wherever if you're a convicted sex offender in most states, you have to have a sign on your lawn. You know what I mean? So They're probably trying to fucking get his ass to live with Steve or whatever. Now, the person or the people that he is a convicted sex offender for molesting is the sister's kids, his own kids with the sister. So he is convicted, and see, I've already tried to do some research into this, but they don't have the same last name. It's his brother-in-law. I don't know the dude's last name, or I would have probably found him on the registry by now. You know what I mean?
Well, you actually do have an opinion for this dude.
So here's the thing, okay? But it's his brother-in-law, so like whatever. I'm not even. But it's so I'm like, this is the kind of weird shit that I knew was going on. So think about this. You're a woman, and you have some kids with a dude, and then that dude ends up molesting those kids and gets convicted of it in a court of law. And he's a registered sex offender for molesting your kids. And she's trying to help him out by trying to find him a place to stay with your own brother.
Yeah.
Can you fucking believe that shit? And
I feel like
as Everett's telling me, hold on, as Everett's telling me this story, like, I just gave you the condensed version because they talked for like an hour. But like, my fucking heart started beating fast and my blood got hot because I was like, I fucking knew it, bro. I fucking knew it. Some weird shit is going on with this dude. I fucking knew it. Dude, you should come on vacation and come visit me for a couple days, and I'm gonna be like, hey, Steve, this is my friend Steve. He's gonna help me work today, just so you can fucking see how weird this guy is. Like, it's so weird. But I fucking knew something, Steve. I fucking knew it. I knew something was up.
So the moral of the story is that you do have an opinion for this dude. He shouldn't take in his fucking
oh no.
sex offender.
Oh, I wouldn't. No, man, dude. At what point? Okay, let's just say, hypothetically, Steve, I molested your unborn children. Would you help me find a place to live? Dude, we've been through a lot of shit together.
I definitely wouldn't be like, go live with my sister.
Right. Now, how...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, how
you
close...
have an opinion. This dude's always asking you for opinions about shit. He's like, yo, should I put it cocking around the shower? You're like, dude, I don't have any opinions for you.
Oh, I get what you're saying now. So, I do have an opinion for him now, yeah.
And you're like, dude, don't fucking let that dude move in there.
Dude, he hasn't asked me, but if he does, I'm going to be like, dude, don't do it.
Dude, you should be like, well, I finally have an opinion for you. That's what you should say.
Dude,
'cause
you
that
know
should
what I
be
really
hilarious.
should do is next time he's like, hey, can I get your opinion on something? I'll just be like, don't do it. He'd be like, what? I'm like, oh, no, I'm just kidding. Let me see what you want. You know, just to fuck with him. Be like, don't do it. And then, you know what I mean? Like, remember in Get Out where the dude's like, get out, get out, get out. But you don't realize until later he's saying get out because he's trying to warn the dude. You know what I mean? Even though it's creepy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, hey, can I get your opinion on something? Yeah, don't do it, man. Like, what? Like, oh, I'm just playing. Yeah, here, show me what you want my opinion on.
Hop, 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 hop.
Chop, 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 chop. But, dude, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it, dude. I fucking knew something weird was going on. Now, see, another weird thing is about that bed, right? I am never going
Think any little
to...
kids have been touching that bed?
Oh, God, that's so gross, man. Why would you do that to me? I hope not. But, no, I'm just busting your balls, by the way. I'm just kidding. But, my thing is that, Steve, let me ask you a question.
Dude,
Let me ask you a question.
okay, hold on. Fuck, I don't want to forget this. Go ahead and ask your question.
Are you writing it down?
No, I'm not. I'm just going to try to remember it.
I'm not going to forget it, so what is it?
I feel like this is the beginning of a would you rather. Is like, would you rather your sister call you trying to find a home for some
That's
dude who
fucked
molested his
up.
kids?
That's a good one. Finish
Or-
that would you rather and write it down so we can play it next time.
Well, you had a second half of a would you rather for me, didn't you?
Oh, I got another one. Yeah, I got half of one. Let's do it right now.
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
would-
ladies and gentlemen, we have entered our bit.
would you rather? So would you rather? No, I didn't press that button, you fucker.
What should we call this bit?
Would you
'Cause
rather?
it's not. Well, it's not just would you rather because it's modified. I create one half, you create one half. Then we play.
Would you half rather just for fun podcast? I don't know.
Sure. I don't know. Sound good enough for me. Anyways.
So the would you rather then is, would you rather take in a convicted sex offender that molested a member of your family, or fillet a man to completion?
No. It's a little different. It's would you rather take in a sex offender who molested the kids of one of your family members?
Well, yeah, but that's his niece and
It's
nephew.
not-
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not them directly. It's like, that's not my sister. That's my niece and nephew. Like, so to some people that might mean more. To some people that might mean less. Like for you might be like,
yeah. Like for me, I'd totally hang out with Justin if he molested my niece and nephew, but not my mom. You know what I mean? No, come on,
that's
dude.
not
I
what
think
I'm
it's.
saying.
I know, I'm kidding.
What I'm saying is like the difference is like someone who molested your sister. How would that make you feel? Or someone who molested Izzy or Micah. How would that make you feel?
Oh, if
Which
someone
one?
molested
one?
Izzy or Micah, I'd probably kill them. But if someone molested my sister, I'd make a meme out of it.
Yeah. So you see how I mean like to different people could have a different meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a joke, by the
I know
way.
you're
I'd
just
still
riffing.
feel bad.
Yeah,
but,
I know you're just riffing. So yeah.
what
so
meme
would you-
template would it be the best to make a meme out of my sister getting molested?
Jesus Christ. It'll be that fucking Tom from Tom and Jerry still.
Oh yeah, I was thinking the
Yeah.
Drake format, but the one that he
When you
likes
find
is
out
when
someone-
she does get molested.
Yeah. The Drake format where he's got his when he's like
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
away like he doesn't want it. It's like someone molests Izzy and Micah.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
when
yeah.
he's like pointing at the camera, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
someone
yeah.
molests your sister. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
I'm gonna say now the other choice that I had written down was only ever be able to wear sandals. And so either way, I just chose that one because it's funnier. I would say unequivocally I would fillet a man to completion before living with someone that molested any member of my family.
Even if he's just like, man, you gotta gag on this dog, pull on my ball bag, fucking blink on my asshole just to get him to come.
Dude, they could do. No, I'd say only dick to mouth, but like well, filleting could be like with the balls, I guess too. But like, I would
what I'm saying, like,
dude,
this is like the guy you get, like, you have to work for him to come.
Yeah,
you have to fillet him to complete. Like, you got to work for it, or you got to live with someone who molested one of your family members' kids.
Yeah. When it comes, if there was another option for the would you rather, I might choose a different answer. But like, when it comes to like any young child getting molested, especially a member of my family, I would let him like put me on the bed with my head hanging off the bed upside down, if he wanted to. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I get you. I get you. I would do the same shit, but I just wanted to ask you. I wonder how Mike would answer to that.
Oh yeah, I know, because he doesn't like the taste of dicks, but like, I don't know.
I'm just saying, because like Mike he's a little bit of a homophobe.
I don't think he's a homophobe. I think he would. I don't think he is a homophobe, but I think he's more homophobic than us, probably.
Like, I think he would stop and think about it a little bit. He's like, so I gotta pull on their ball bag, and he's gonna face fuck me?
Well, you can't really get into all those details, because then you would have to get more detailed on the other side. Like, think about it, bro. He put a finger in your niece's butt, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just going
he
like...
always leaves his coffee cup unwashed next to the sink, bro.
Oh, man, yeah, because you got to live with him. And coffee is so hard to clean out of a mug, man, when it gets all dry and shit. Oh, Sally Beat says, who's face fucking you? That's also another because I'm not going for no Lexington Steel looking ass motherfucker with like 14-inch dick or whatever, you know what I mean?
But this dude like will make a lasagna and won't wipe down the counters and leaves the dish there sitting like overnight or a couple of days, just getting caked on there and dried out.
You know what's the worst part?
Extra hard to clean.
When a motherfucker makes a lasagna, but they don't even clean up like the fresh cheese that drips over the pan when you're putting the cheese in. He just like leaves the cheese that fell off. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking about like when he's making the sauce and it's like splattering all over the stove, and he just doesn't clean that shit up.
Those little drips, like bubble up and get onto like the range hood and shit.
Yeah. Fucking the clock on the back of the fucking stove, you know? Like, fuck, how am I supposed to see the time? I thought that was an 8.
So, let me ask you this though. Oh, what would you rather do?
I would definitely let a dude fucking blow the shit out of me. I'm not gonna let fucking like my sister's kids get molested by anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be your sister's kids. It could even be like you have to live with someone that molested like your aunt or whatever. I know you don't have an aunt, but you know what I'm saying, like.
Oh well, when you put it like that, fuck that person.
Hey. Yeah, I'd fillet the guy, but Sally Beats, by the way, comment, who would you want to face fuck you besides me?
And can you make a note to we gotta ask Mike this. I'll make you a note. I'll text it to you while you converse with me right now.
Yeah. So the question I was gonna get to earlier. Imagine you never spend the night in the same bed with another person ever again. Would you ever downgrade the size of your bed?
What do you mean? Oh, you mean like
that dude's bed?
Like I had
it's like a single bed.
I had a king size bed, but then like I got divorced, and then I was like, I guess I'll get a full size bed. She left me.
Would you ever do that?
No, fuck no, dude. I'm fucking starfishing that shit. Thank God that bitch is gone.
So what the fuck is up with this guy? Oh, Sally Beats wants Steve to fuck her face. Face her fuck.
I'm gonna have to say that's a yikes for me, Sally Beats. Just because I don't know you.
She says, I'm joking. I can't think of anyone, to be honest. Come on, who would you want to gag on? Come on now.
But I'll let Mike face fuck you.
I don't think Mike could bring himself to face fuck anybody. But wait, it's a fucking blowjob, fool. She's supposed to fucking do the work, fool.
That's hilarious.
Let me finish writing down this. Would you rather?
So you had a question for me that you said you would remember. Now that it derailed the conversation.
No, it was the downgrading of the bed.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, like this guy's bed is so fucking sad, bro. Like, it's like the smallest bed, and maybe he's like, well, you know, I'm moving around because he does this all year round. Oh, probably the guy I'm seeing. Maybe, yeah, that actually would make sense. Sally Beats.
Tell Mike we said what up.
Yeah, what's up, Mike? Fuck, I need to fucking write this in. Would you rather live with child molester or fillet man to completion? Mike's gonna be like, what's fillet? Yeah, it's like, so this guy does this shit all year round. He fucking buys houses at foreclosure, moves into them and remodels them, and then sells them, and pockets whatever his profit is, and then uses the money from that to buy another one, and just keeps doing it, you know?
Dude, that sounds weird as fuck, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people do it where they have, like, their own house in the same town, and they just do it around town. They'll buy a house, like, you know, on the other side of town, maybe, and then they'll work on it.
Yeah.
But they have their own home to go back to at the end of the day. It's so fucking strange, man.
I've also, like, known about people, like, this is, like, their 10-year plan, or 5-year plan. They're gonna buy this house, live in it for, like, 3.5 years, just, like, fixing it up and shit, and then they'll put it on the market, you know?
Oh, yeah. But not, like, having other people come to, like, remodel it while you're living there, you know?
Yeah. Well, my sister's going to be remodeling this house, supposedly, when they move to the new house, and Megan and I are supposed to live in here while they're remodeling it.
Oh, nice. Have fun fucking asking people their opinion on shit.
Yeah. I'll be like, hey, my friend works construction. He's got an opinion for you, and I'll get you on the phone with him.
Hey, would you ever live with a child molester?
That's hilarious.
When's the last time you tried to suck your own? Dude, do not let me forget to ask Taylor when's the last time he sucked his own dick next time.
Dude, write it down right now.
I'm writing it down right fucking now. How'd you know? Dude, I have officially gone through 100 Post-it notes on this podcast. I just cracked open a new fucking thing of Post-it notes.
I just like that you're buying Post-it notes, because I use the notes on my phone.
Holla at your boy, Steve. My mom gets him free from work. Bitch.
Oh, I thought it was like you, like, hey, Jake, you know, I need new Post-it notes for podcast. Oh, fucking timid and shit.
Well, I like the Post-it notes because my entertainment center is literally 2 feet in front of my face normally when I'm podcasting. So I'll just write them down and stick them on the entertainment center so it's just like in my field of vision. Cha. Yeah, but I would never, like, even if someone told me right now, Mark, you're never gonna sleep in the same bed with anyone at the same time for the rest of your life, I would never downgrade a bed size.
Including Steve.
Oh, no! God damn it! Well, except for Steve once every time you visit. I still would never downgrade my fucking bed size. It's just weird, man. But, so getting back to, like, how he moves around and remodels shit and stuff, I could kind of see the utility in it, like, okay, well, I don't have to move this fucking big, huge, heavy bed every time, you know, but still, man. God, this guy fucking annoys me. Anyway.
Now, here you go. I got another one for you, but it kind of is building off the first one, so just tell me if it's lame, but...
it's lame.
Would you rather have to just sleep in a bed with a child molester? Doesn't have to be your family at all, just like a child molester, or sex offender, rather. Not child molester, sex offender. Or you have to sleep in a sleeping bag the rest of your life.
How long How long you gotta sleep with the molester for, or offender?
Oh, just a year. You don't have to sleep with them, like have sex. You just gotta lie next to them every night when you go to sleep for a year.
You know what's the best part about sleeping next to somebody in the same bed?
What's that?
Whenever they start snoring,
Midnight
then you know
cuddles?
it. Whenever they start snoring, then you know it's safe to jerk off. Because you can get on the sex offenders registry for peeing in public, you know.
I guess that's true. I don't know. Like, I would say you could. It doesn't have to be crazy. Like it's not like this dude was a serial kid rapist, but it's also like a step above peeing in public.
Okay. This fucking guy's like, oh my god, can you guys fucking believe this? I have to sleep next to this fucking asshole. He only talks about his podcast. He's always holding on to ankles and shit. Like, how it would be probably worse for him than me. You know what I mean? No, but sleeping bag
Every
for the rest
night,
of your
every
life.
night before bed, you're like, hold on to your ankles, and then you just go to sleep.
I'd probably choose sleeping with the guy for a year. Over sleeping bag for the rest of your life.
Yeah, man. I mean, sleeping bag for the rest of your life would be kind of brutal.
If I had like a deadline, like if it was like that movie with Justin Timberlake where you got your time on your arm, and it was like
That's hilarious.
it was only like fucking 12 days, because you know they're going like day to day. If it was only like 12 days left, I'd be like, fuck it, man, I'll take the sleeping bag, dude.
Yeah. Dude, and like the time on your arm, you could like lessen that time like a little bit every now and then by like if you like, you know, give them like a tug off or something like that. It'll like take like, you know, 6 hours off there. It'll take a whole day.
Yeah, I don't think I would do that. I would just do the fucking whole 365. Like, it's not worth one day. Like, it's not worth making that guy go away one day sooner. Dude, imagine
You're like,
hold on,
if
hold
I
on.
just blow him 356 times, I can sleep in my own bed tonight.
Imagine, like, if your family comes to visit for Christmas, and if you give one of them a blowjob, they'll leave a day earlier.
You're like, fuck, I really hate my father-in-law. I just want him to
Get
leave.
the fuck out of here. Well, honey, kids, I got what I came here for. Let's get out of here.
Dude, he'd be stopping around all the time. Like, oh, another 3-day weekend?
Jesus Christ. Another 2-day weekend, right? Oh, tough.
You suck out.
Oh, man. Yeah, I guess, like, realistically, though, I'd probably choose sleeping with the weird dude for a year. As long as he didn't have to, as long as we didn't share the same residence, like, he just comes over every night to go to sleep, you know?
Hey, buddy, I'm just here to go to sleep.
Man, there's been some real fucked up would you rathers going on lately, huh?
I gotta live with this other dude and sleep next to you.
Yeah, that's where he lives, and he comes to sleep with me. God damn it. Oh, that's great.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so that's what I've been up to, is dealing with this fucking weirdo. And I just found out that weird shit the other day, so I'm like, damn, man, that's fucking crazy. I mean, I kind of feel bad for the guy, because, like, he really seems like an honest, nice dude. Like, he's just really annoying in, like, maybe he has, like, a slight form of Asperger's or something, but, you know, I do feel bad, and most of this is all just in jest, but, like, I fucking knew something was up, man. You know what I mean? I knew there was something. I could fucking smell it, almost.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? That's all I'm saying.
If you smell... Dude, that was like one of my favorite parts of any Monday night from like 96 to 99.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
God. Dude, I was captivated by that shit.
Ooh, I'm trippy.
I think. I want to talk about that game again in a little bit. By the way, um, when I believe my dad was in the field, I'm pretty sure that my mom took like a secret trip to the casino in Washington. The year,
Nice.
the year it had just turned 2001, or maybe it was 2000. Someone figure out what year it was. But we watched. I'm pretty sure that part of the reason why I think that my mom snuck away to the casino was because I knew that Royal Rumble was about to happen. It's the last week of January. Every year is the Royal Rumble. And I was so bummed out
Yep.
that I couldn't see it. So, what I did was, and Michelle probably won't remember this, so she probably can't back me up, but I got the Washington State phone book, which back in the day was like 8 Bibles thick. I somehow remembered the name of the casino that she went to. I called the actual casino, made them page my mom, and begged her for 20 minutes to give me her credit card information so I could purchase the fucking Royal Rumble off pay-per-view. And she eventually conceded because she was like, hey, are you okay and everything? I was like, yeah, me and Michelle are fine. She could have been like, okay, I'll see you later. But I think I coerced her into buying the Royal Rumble for me so I wouldn't tell my dad she was at the casino. And so she gave me the credit card information. I fucking
Hilarious.
I called up whatever television provider. Like, I actually called the number on the thing. Like, because back in the day, it wasn't like DVRs and all this DirecTV shit. It wasn't even satellite, I don't think. It couldn't have been satellite. No, we just had the cable box.
It's
So I
premium
fucking...
cable, yeah.
Yeah, I had...
Like, basically, you called your cable provider, you're like,
Yeah.
here's my credit card, and they like, lift the firewall off that channel for you.
And obviously, it's like a 10-year-old kid calling. They're just like, all right, 10-year-old kid, you can get fucking Royal Rumble, bro. And this is what you had to do back in the day, man. I wish Sally Beats was still listening, because she has no fucking idea what I would even be talking about right now. Like, you had to, like, find shit out. Like, I got the phone book, man. It took me, like, 20 minutes to find this casino. Like, I was probably, like, really dumb back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I called the number on the fucking cable provider, got the pay-per-view. I watched that shit. I had never been more glued to a television more than that night. I was absolutely... It was the first one I ever saw, also. I just heard about, like, what it is. I never seen one. I was like, this is fucking crazy. It was like how, like, Marvel geeks must have felt when, like, in Endgame, where all the people come to the battlefield all at the end. They're like, oh shit, all these nibbas are here. That's how I felt watching the Royal Rumble, man. And then fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin won that one, I think. It was really cool. Because they did that thing where, oh no, The Rock fell out of the ring, but he went under the ropes, but he's knocked out. And so eventually, of course, he comes back, and he throws Kane over the ropes, which is crazy because Kane's that big nibba. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin ended up beating The Rock. And I was like, whoa, that was crazy. I mean, now...
Dude, I remember there was
But-
one where The Undertaker came out and put Stone Cold Steve Austin in a grave and buried him. I was like, oh shit.
At the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I am, like, 0% interested in that shit now, by the way. But, like, back in the day, that shit
Oh,
was
yeah,
awesome.
same.
That shit was cool as fuck back in the day. Fuck, can you imagine though? The Rock at the Royal Rumble, he gets thrown out under the ropes and he's knocked out, and he was out for like 10 minutes. Could you imagine what that 10 minutes would be like, just laying there, just like lying there motionless with your head down, like, oh man, I'm making so much fucking money right now. Just like lying there, like, I bet it gets boring, because you're like, fuck, I want to get up, this is boring. Oh yeah, all that money though. And then there's a point where you're like, man, is it really worth all this money to stay? Yeah, it's still worth it. Yeah, I'm just gonna lay here for 5 more minutes.
I'm about to buy my second Lambo.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking crazy, man. How did we even get onto the topic of the Royal Rumble?
You were telling me about your mom sneaking out to the casino.
Yeah, but how did we get onto that? Huh. Marijuana, people. This is what Just for Fun podcast sounds like after just one marijuana.
That's hilarious.
And I saw this really crazy old retro marijuana propaganda poster the other day on the internet. I should have sent it to you. It's pretty funny. It was back when they spelled marijuana with an H instead of a J.
Chucha, you know what I'm saying?
You want to know how I know marijuana isn't addictive?
How is that, Mr. La Chucha?
It has been illegal in most places, at least in this country, for the past like 55 years, or maybe 50 exactly. No, 60. 55 to 60 years it's been illegal, right? Alcohol, and it's just starting to get traction in some places. Alcohol was illegal for like 2 or 3 years, and motherfuckers rioted until that shit came back. Like, you can't make alcohol illegal, man. That shit is addictive as fuck. Meanwhile, marijuana is probably the least addictive, mind-altering substance you can take. And that's why it's taken so fucking long for it to finally start being repealed. You know what I mean? All the shit in like the sweeping psychedelic act of the 60s. It's taken so long because people want those things, but it's not addictive, so they don't feel like they need it, I think. Meanwhile,
I believe you.
If you fucking outlawed alcohol again tomorrow, there would be fucking riots in the streets until everyone was like, okay. Anyway. Just a thought. Oh, tell me about this game, Borderlands 1. Is it like the remaster of Borderlands 1?
No, it's not Borderlands 1. I'm playing the pre-sequel. So basically, I skipped Borderlands 1. They put out a prequel for Borderlands 2, like what happens between the first and second game. And then I'm playing Borderlands 2. It's just like a collection of the pre-sequel Borderlands 2. I don't really know what the fuck's going on.
For real?
But I am enjoying it.
I played Life is Strange Before the Storm over the weekend. I know I already told you about this, but just got the platinum in 2 days, which is pretty cool. I was like, alright, man, shit. That's what's up. But Life is Strange 2, it turns out that when I bought all those games at Christmas, I only bought the first episode of it, and then like I think I might have episode 2, I don't know, but I have to like buy the rest of the episodes, and they're not even all out yet, so I'm just gonna chill on that.
What did you think of that Final Fantasy VII trailer?
Oh, dude, that shit was dope. I am kind of like curious as to let me say one thing. The original game, when I play it now, it's monotonous. And I kind of noticed with the combat stuff that we saw, it looked as though it could get monotonous at some point. Other than that, it was dope as fuck, man.
Doesn't look like it'd be that much more monotonous than fucking Final Fantasy 15 was after a while.
Yeah, that's true. Like, that game did have the kind of pit they put. Yeah, I know what you're saying. but I thought it looked beautiful. It feels nice that Aerith has a voice. Like, you can actually hear... Well, she was in one of the movies, but that was really cool.
And she's still looking fine as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? I prefer the pixelated one. They haven't shown Tifa yet.
Ooh-wee!
That's the one with the big titties that I don't like as much.
Yeah. She's got the double D slut wife, slot.
Dude, you should check out like some stills from Final Fantasy VII sometime. Like, it was obnoxious. It wasn't as bad.
Dude.
Who's that chick from Soul Calibur? You know what I'm talking about?
I know what all the characters from Final Fantasy VII look like.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, if you ever, like, in case you haven't seen anything for a while, like, just look up a picture, like one of the old school pictures of her. It's like ridiculous.
Because I'm just saying, like, back in the day, like, I didn't play Final Fantasy VII, but there was a time that I was like kind of into hentai. There'd be like some like hand-drawn fan fictions of fucking Final Fantasy VII. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know this. Tell me more.
I would jerk off to that shit.
Wow, I didn't know that. So, like, you never even really played it, but you're just like, I know that chick. She's from Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, basically. I was like,
Wow.
I definitely jerked off to those titties before.
Wow, that's funny. I did not know that. What's your favorite type of hentais?
I'm like so unattracted by it now. But I don't know.
Which ones were the best ones?
I honestly, dude, I don't fucking remember.
You know what was
I would just like watch something until I was like, yeah, this will do it.
Yeah, I remember like the first ever times I seen hentai, whatever. You know that time we were in the computer lab, that was only like my fourth time ever even seeing something like that. I was just trying to find any kind of porn. But like, what always struck me as odd is how there's like so much cum. Like, I've seen like pictures and like video clips.
That's the best part.
When we were young, like, it was like kind of odd though. I was like, do people really cum that much, man?
I was like, man, how do I get myself some big white earthy look like that, you know?
You gotta eat a lot of zinc, bro. Oh my god, I was like, that's like a lot of, like, and I think, of course I've seen, like, not even searching out, but just like stumbled across shit throughout the years, and I think I was probably like 18 or 19, and I seen like some image or something that someone shared, and I was like, wait a second, chicks don't cum like that much. It was just like globules of cum all over the place. Like, god damn, man. They're just like, they're not sparing any expenses on the cum. You know what I mean? They're gonna pay. They're gonna pay those.
We spare no expense.
They're gonna pay those fucking artists for their fucking carpal tunnel surgery. They're drawing too much cum, man.
Man, if they find out how much cum they're producing, the government's gonna fucking put taxes on that shit.
Fucking an extra 5 cents for every fucking cum splooge spot in the fucking hentai. They'd make billions. But what did you think of the Final Fantasy VII trailer?
Yeah, I thought it was badass. I was like, I want to play that right now.
Hell yeah. So, like, there was a lot of speculation as to how, like how it's going to tie in, because, I don't know, you should play Final Fantasy VII, man, just to get, like, see if there's a demo for it, and just play the demo, just to get kind of, like, a see and feel of what it was like. But, like...
Nah, man, I'm going in. I'm, like, interested to see what our opinions are. You having played the original.
Yes, and I can tell you the different stuff, too.
So...
I can tell you a different thing from the trailer than from the game, if you like. It's nothing even combat related. It's just something in the trailer that happens differently than in the game.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when the girl Aerith Aerith, she tries to give Cloud a flower. Oh, and Cloud has been given a slight redesign since last time. He doesn't look as unhealthy anymore. In the first trailer, he looks really unhealthy, kind of like a zombie, which is kind of like who he really is in the game. Like he's
dead the entire time, like fucking Tidus.
No, he's not dead. But like he's like a super soldier kind of. Like they injected him with all kind. Well, you'll find out through the entire story. But like he looked really unhealthy in the first trailer, which is kind of as how he's like described to be in the original game. Like he's supposed to be really pasty, and his eyes are like really bright green with the shit they injected him with. And like they always call him spiky headed and pasty and unhealthy looking and shit. Anyway. Yeah. Something different in the trailer though is when Aerith tries to give him a flower. She doesn't actually give him a flower in the game. You have to pay 1 gil for it in the game. But maybe they'll change that too in the real game. They just wanted to show her in the trailer or something. I really liked how it showed them fighting some of the enemies. And those enemies that are there are all the same enemies that were from the first location of the game that you had to fight in the first game, That was really cool to see, like, how they upscaled those to PS4 and they still made all the enemies look the same, or not look the same, they all updated them all, but you can still tell which enemies are which, It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm really stoked. They're going to release it in episodes, though.
Yeah, I've heard, like, people saying they have mixed feelings about that.
Yeah, they say that each episode is going to have the content of, like, a full AAA game. Which makes me think that, like, there's going to be the part 1, and then they receive all the feedback, and then try and adjust to what they think people are going to like, and it's going to just fuck with it. And I feel like they should just release the whole fucking thing as one, because it's not that hard, man. It's Final Fantasy VII. They know the script. Just fucking redo it exactly the same. Just do the same script. They would have to make it mature, though, because there's the cross-dressing scene, there's the gay bathhouse scene, there's a scene where one of the characters tries to prostitute herself out to some NPC. There's the part where you can go on a date with a dude. There's the part where, just the character, that black guy, the character, he had like 300 curse words in the original game. They were all like bleeped out, percentage, and sign, ampersand, shit like that, like curses like that in text. They were all like that, but he had like, there were parts where it's inferred that he's calling someone a cunt and a nigger and stuff like that. And then there's the other guy, Sid, the guy with the spear. He has like half of his fucking text dialogue are curse words. You know what I mean? So I don't know how they're gonna do that. What other fucking... Oh, there's the part where one of the character's best friends commits suicide by jumping off a cliff. There's all kinds of shit, man.
Well,
there's one
that's
part.
What I'm saying.
There's one part where they all threaten to fucking do different things to this guy's balls. Where it's like, one of the characters is like, "You better tell us what the fuck we need to know, or I'm gonna smash them." And then someone else is like, "You better tell us what we need to know, or I'm gonna stomp them." And then another person's like, "You better tell us what we need to know, or I'm gonna chop them off." Like, I don't know how they're gonna deal with that kind of shit,
Well, this is why I'm like looking forward to delving into it, like in the unknown, just to kind of like have conversations about it.
Oh yeah, you'll probably forget by the time the shit even comes out. You'll forget all the stuff I'm saying right now, anyway. But like, If you couldn't tell, I'm quite excited about it. Doop, 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 doop.
I gotta figure out how to do a gravity slam in this game, but I cannot figure it out.
Just jump in the air, and then the gravity will slam you in the ground, bro.
I'm on the moon, bro.
Oh, so it can't. That's why you can't gravity slam, because you're on the moon.
That's what the directions are telling me to do right now.
Nah, man, you gotta go back to Earth, man, then you can gravity slam. Bam! What is the point of this game so far, do you know?
I don't. It just seems like some, like, post-apocalyptic, like, oh, we're running out of resources. These guys stole our resources. Oh, I guess we're gonna go fight then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What do you think of all of these people talking shit about who's doing what in space now? Like, Jeff Bezos is talking shit to Elon Musk, like, hey, bitch, I'm gonna get to Mars before you. And then, yesterday morning, I believe, Congress reallocated $1.6 billion to NASA to fund the, what is it, the Artemis project, I think is what it's called. Because the first one was the Apollo project, and now the new one is the Artemis one. They're trying to put a woman on the moon. What do you think about that shit?
An artist on the moon?
No, the project is called Artemis. They're trying to put a woman on the moon.
Oh. Dude, I don't know. Whatever people need to do to fucking get us to explore space more.
Well, yeah, I mean,
As long
like,
as it doesn't
I'm just curious
seem
what
like
your
a
thoughts
wrong
are.
turn.
It's kind of weird.
I don't know anything really about this, but
Well, I just want to explore the thought. Like, is it like a big dick move? Like, oh, like, we're going to get to space before you, bitch, because our nation is the best. Or, like, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there, me included, that just would like to see humanity do some cool shit together. Like, I don't see why we need to be so fucking divided about everything, you know?
and that's why Mark Hoffman is running for office 2022.
Oh, dude, you know who dude, you know, I don't give a fuck about politics. I don't even think
Yeah,
that
they had
votes.
a new presidential candidate on the Joe Rogan podcast today.
Dude, I will tell you, her and Andrew Yang are the only two politicians, and I could be a little bit biased because, you know, it's a Joe Rogan podcast. I love that podcast. But Andrew Yang and fucking, what the fuck is her name? Marijuana, everybody. I just listened to this morning. I can't fucking remember the chick's name. I'm gonna punch myself when I see it. Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard and Andrew Yang are the only two politicians that I've ever listened to in my entire life that I actually believed that they were truthful in what they were talking about. And they seemed like, Andrew Yang not so much. He seemed like a politician more than Tulsi Gabbard, and she's like the most, but they both seemed like real people. Like, they're just people, and they're sitting there and just disseminating information about all of the topics that are brought up in a 3-hour discussion, like talking at length about things. They actually sound like they know what the fuck they're talking about, you know? I hope that, like, you know, of course younger people are going to start taking over the positions of older people anyway, naturally, but, like, it would be pretty cool to see, like, a president that doesn't want to fucking nuke everybody. They were talking on that podcast about, like, the trade wars between us and China. That's, like, scary shit, man. Like, the way they were describing everything, the way Tulsi Gabbard was describing everything, it's like, that's kind of fucking scary, man. Because Oh shit, that's the first slab of the podcast. Did you hear that?
First what?
Oh, the first slab. It was a loud, low banging car driving by my house. Anyway, I don't know what I'm getting at. I just thought it was a really cool conversation from a politician who's running for president, and I was like, that seems like a cool fucking person, like, actually. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to do some research. I don't know anything about the upcoming presidential candidates, nor do I really care at this time.
Yeah, I don't really, like, invest myself in it, but from what I've seen, of course, it's going to be Trump running for re-election. And then
I am going to have to make an informed decision. That's all I can tell you.
they will have to, you would have to have so much money to even be able to try and make him look dumb on, like, under the eye of the whole nation. You know what I mean?
Who, Trump?
Yeah. Like, everyone knows he's dumb, but there's far more people that don't think he's dumb than people that are. There are people that do think he's dumb. So, like, one of these Tulsi Gabbard or fucking Andrew Yang that's coming up and seems to be a intelligent, sensible person that's talking about real logistical shit about the future of our nation, you would want someone like that in office. Meanwhile, Trump has so much money. And also, both of those people, the coolest thing about them is that they don't take money from corporations or PACs. Every single thing they're doing for their, what is that shit called? Campaign, is all crowdfunded by just regular people. You know what I mean? It's really cool. And Tulsi Gabbard is also a member of Congress right now. Like, so and she served in the military for 16 years. So she, like, knows what's up on both sides of what's going on. I think she's really cool. But, like, you would have to have so much fucking money to even get as much exposure as the current president of the United States, you know what I mean?
The thing is, it's like, this election, I think, is going to be a weird one for the fact that it's going to be, I bet you there's going to be more candidates this time instead of you know how, like, the normal, you have, like, 2 candidates by the end. I think this last election, like, proved that we need to, like, change our system and not just be like a dual deciding party system.
Yeah, but so many people are just invested in that, man.
But,
I think I didn't mean it like that. I agree with what you're saying, but please continue.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, I think the election is going to become more diluted, that Trump's going to have a harder time because of the fact that there's, you know, like, 5 candidates people are paying attention to rather than, you know, the normal 2.
Well, I think it would be cool if that happened, because, yeah, you have, like, 10% over here and then 15% over here, and, oh, shit, I only got 23%, blah, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
And then maybe 200 years from now, we'll realize that, why do we have 5 people? We should have 10 people all at once, though. Dude, it should be like the top fucking 5 people that get the most popular vote, like, so-and-so had 20, like, whoever has each 20% or whatever, they should just all 5 have the same fucking job, man. And they could all 5 fucking, like, do it together.
That's, like, the point of Congress. No one fucking pays attention to it. Like, the president runs the agenda of, like, whatever party he's the head of, you know?
Dude, Tulsi Gabbard was talking about that on the interview, too. She was saying how fucking, not bipolar, I don't know, divided, how fucking divided everything is in Congress. She described, like, her training, like, as soon as she got appointed to Congress, she went there, and they were like, okay, well, here's blah blah blah, here's this, that door leads to there. Oh, this is where the Democrats go when they get here, and this is where the Republicans go. So you don't even like really interact with other people there unless you're on the floor. You know, it's so fucking weird.
Yeah, man.
It's like I guess I am slightly interested in this now because this fucking chick talked about it so eloquently, like laying out facts, and like she had her own opinions on things, but she wasn't like, this is what everyone needs to believe. She just said, hey, this is what I think, blah blah blah. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. It's fucking weird, and I'm a little high, and I'm just thinking about it, like, it's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, I think like you're gonna see more and more attention in these coming elections because like the thing that's crazy about like us like millennials and stuff is that I feel like we're like the first generation that has had like times pushed upon us that are rougher than times previously because of like how the markets and the job systems work and how it, like the inflation has gone up, yet everyone's still making like $8 an hour in most states and shit like that. And so I feel like we're looking more and more close at politics, like what we can change past generations have. And
Right.
I think you're going to start to see a major shift in like political, just like agendas against like the millennials. They're just like looking into things more than past generations have, and like being like, "Yo, do people not realize that like just because the president's the head of the election, he doesn't make most of the changes? That we should be like looking over here in Congress, and all of a sudden you're gonna see like a bigger push to like, you better be checking out your Congress and your House of Representatives and shit like that, checking into their public agendas and shit like that."
It's fucking crazy when you have like one person that's the elected official of a district that might have like 1 million people in it. Like, could you imagine that shit?
Yeah, man.
Ooh, pee-pee. I was actually waiting until I'm done with this cigarette to go pee-pee.
The presidency is kind of a sham. Like, obviously, I think like everyone's entitled to do their part in their research, but
Dude, that's a big pee-pee.
You're not looking in the Congress and the House of Rep, man. You you're not like actually contributing to the change that you may or may not think needs to happen. So.
Ultimately, I think that's fucked up in a way. Like if so many people contact their fucking local senator or something, and so many people want this thing, that person can be like,
could still be like, nah, fuck these people. I'm gonna do what I want.
Exactly, but like on the other side of it, he could also be swayed into doing something that he doesn't think is the right thing to do morally, but it's the public opinion, so he has to make that decision. Maybe because everyone wants it.
The crazy thing is, like, I've seen
that's crazy to me, man.
In the last election, where people were like, like that whole internet thing for net neutrality.
Yeah, that was
people
fucking
like,
weird.
Calling, like I had so many friends calling their representatives, and like especially the ones that were like in the undecided, like sections, and it doesn't seem like it fucking changed anything. Like I knew more motherfuckers that were calling to be like, this needs to stop. And I only knew like one or two fucking redneck dumbasses that just watches, fucking Fox News, every other weekend to kind of like see what the fuck is going on. Like that's the only dumb motherfucker that was like, oh, net neutrality makes sense. But that shit still passed.
Well, it's not like in full effect. It's there. I think they actually just recently had a vote, and it's still like at a stalemate, I believe. So hopefully it won't fucking pass.
What I'm saying though is like, I feel like people calling doesn't really make a difference. It's like you need to like get that shit in the blood
Well, that's the
well ahead of time and get someone who in the office has the best interest of people at hand, rather than just
your mic.
letting that shit slide under the rug, not paying attention to it, because you're still distracted by the actual presidency.
Did you hear me? Your mic is a little like far away, I think.
It hasn't moved.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know if my internet's fucking up, but
No, you're good. You sounded kind of faint. No, I know what you're saying, but what I was getting at was kind of like a moral dilemma, like where do you draw the line in between where more people outnumber you on their opinion, but you feel that it's morally wrong, and also like, oh shit, these people that I don't agree with, man, they gave me $100,000, man, and you know, there's fucking 20,000 of them that all think the same thing. Maybe I'll fucking put this into law. I don't know, man. It's $100,000, but I don't really agree with this. You know, like, how fucking crazy would it be to be in that position? I don't think
I think people have more narcissism at that point. You know, I think they're like battling with like, people are saying this, but I have power, and these people are giving me money because I'm in power. Like,
oh, so you're just gonna say, yeah, you're gonna say fuck the other people because they have more money than the people that are trying to change shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are some honest ones out there that like do listen to phone calls from people that live where they represent. Like, I'm gonna call my representative. You know, and there probably are some really good, honest ones that listen to the people and do the best thing for everybody, but, God, there's probably, I'd say, it's outnumbered by people that just fucking take money from corporations and, oh yeah, of course you can drill a fucking pipe in my town when you gave me $100,000, you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
Do you think it'll
What's
ever,
crazy
like...
is, like, do you ever think, like, to yourself, like, I like to think of myself as a pretty good person, Mark, but I wonder, like, when people fucking start dangling shit in my face, it's like, at what point does, like, I'm like, okay, but a little bit of greed is okay, and then you're like, well, like, a little bit more, and then that shit starts to overcome, and you're just like, yo, but this person promised me a fucking jet if I fucking, you know.
I'm not sure if I could ever get there. I don't know.
Push through with whatever their agenda is. I don't know if I could get there either, but it's like an interesting like thing to think about. Like, what would it take? Like, how much shit being dangled in front of me would it take?
To like, how much stuff would it take to compromise your moral judgment? Like to, like ultimately to know.
I'm not talking about like blackmail. I'm just saying like people put money on a table.
Dude, no one could blackmail you anyway. You're unblackmailable.
But do you know what I'm saying though? Like,
so like, my understanding
of like, we're gonna leak your fucking daughter's sex tape that you know you don't want in the public. And, like, I'm not talking about that kind of shit. I'm talking strictly just like someone's like offering big checks if you help push through their shit, but it battles your ethics. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
And how big of a check for it takes you to compromise that shit.
Man, if I had to be a senator or something like that, or a whatever, in the position like that, I would like to think I would just say, no, I don't agree with that. But if I started getting threats and people started like leaving notes at my house or something like, hey, I know where your kids go to school, I don't know, man. I might be like, hey, man, you know, I'm trying to provide for the safety of my family. Don't do anything. Oh, you just take our money. We drill a pipe. Like, I don't know, man. I might. It depends, like what scenario you're in. But I'd like to think if someone came to me right now and was like, Mark, I'll give you $10,000 if you shout out Donald Trump on your Twitter and vote for him. I'd be like, nah, man. Nah, maybe I would. Yeah, I'd take $10,000 to go vote for anybody. If someone was like, hey, Mark, you got to go vote next time, I'd take $10,000.
I wonder, like, how much of fucking, like, both politicians get, like, blackmail / money on the table. And I wonder if that's, like, what leads some politicians down a path of greed. They're like, oh shit, well, I'm being blackmailed right now, but if I go do this one thing, I'll get that check, I can get myself out of being blackmailed. And they're like, you know, but then they're like, well, see, I took that one check that one time to get out of this blackmail, and it was so easy, and it didn't seem like there's repercussions, so maybe I'll just get this one other check. Like, you know, push through some shitty things and compromise my morals. I don't know.
If, like, let's see. If, like, all right, so I was remodeling a home one time, and I was already going to get paid no matter what, because the person that hired my employer to remodel the home was going to pay him no matter what, and I was going to get paid. And the lady came up to me and gave me $100 in cash, and she was like, Mark, I just love the work you did. I'm so grateful. Here, I'd like you to have this. And I said, that's not necessary. You know, I get paid just fine. And she said, well, I would really like you to have it. I said, well, okay, thank you. And I even felt slightly guilty about that. So, I don't know. I'm serious, man. And I don't know if I could fucking... Ugh.
I don't know. It's just a thought. Just like
No, I know. It's a fun thing to think about. Like, I'd like to think I'd like to think that I'd stick to my morals, but you never know, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
depends on what age too. Like what age they catch you at.
Like, so every time you see like a movie, if someone's doing like something super heroic and like they're sacrificing, you know, themselves or
what's up, Black Widow?
Not being just not being their fucking that other character that's like a piece of shit that like fucking beats a woman and takes her car kind of shit, like a apocalyptic kind of like a scenario, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like someone from Mad Max goes to like help the kids.
I feel like I would step up and be like, you know, we're all a team. We got to get through this together. You know, we'll figure this out together. But at the same time, in the back of my head, I'm like, I wonder if I'm gonna like fucking beat the fuck out of a woman just to take her car, kind of shit, you know?
Well, you'll never really know until you're put in that situation.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think that everyone could get along, but people love being alive so much, and so many of them have never gone on heavy drug trips and realized that it's all just a fucking blink of a ride in time, and then who knows what happens afterwards. They're all so married to it. They want to keep it. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to die, but I know that it's going to happen, so I'm not going to like pretend that I can't die. But, you know, when fucking you put that shit on the line, man, who knows what would happen. I don't know what I would do. I would like to think that I would find a way to join like a nice community in a apocalypse situation, but then we'd be like, those motherfuckers over the hill keep coming over here and picking our bananas, man. And you know, my kid needs food, dude.
And there's always money in the banana stand.
No, I'm serious. There's money in the banana stand. $50,000. Dude, how petty would shit get, like, instantly, too? Like, you go, like, if we all got, like, thrust back into, like, the 1700s, motherfuckers would be like, dude, that was my good fucking rock, man, that I like to sit on. Get off my fucking rock. Like, dude, this is my fucking rock. I picked it up from the river and brought it up here. Dude, but you know I like to sit in that fucking rock, man. Get the fuck off my rock. I'm trying to relax. I just been chopping trees all day, dude, but I've been here for like 30 minutes, man. Let me sit in the rock. Okay, well, you've been there for 30 minutes. Let me get 30 minutes. Like, dude, I'm comfortable. You know? We'd go back to shit like that instantly. Oh, you're fucking lucky I don't have Snapchat right now, bitch. I'll picture you sitting on this rock looking like a bitch. Hey, you should download Snapchat just to see what you would look like as a chick. Send it to
I'm
us.
not doing fuck that.
You should, man.
Download
I'm
it.
curious to see.
You download it.
I'm never doing it. You should do it, though.
No, I'm never doing it.
We gotta get Mike to do it.
Dude, Megan sent me a picture of her as a dude the other day,
Oh,
and I was
no.
like, no.
Oh,
I'm
no,
so
Megan. Why the fuck do you listen to this podcast, and why'd you do that? No! That's so fucked up! Oh, no. What did it? Send it to me, please.
Dude, it's so gross.
Please send it to me. Oh, no. Before I look at it, that's what Megan's gonna look like at 50 years old. Oh, no.
Don't say that.
Why would you do that, Megan? I'm sorry, that was just a joke. But yeah, man. You can make sexual jokes to women about men all day, but don't ever make a sexual joke about a woman to a man, about his woman, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna send me this picture or what?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Hold on.
So I can tell a story about Mike. It's very short. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we lost Steve.
There you go. Just sent the picture.
Hey, your mic sounds like really far away. Check.
Can you hear me now?
There you go. Oh man, let's see. Oh dude, that's weird, man. That's so weird. I only like barely know what she looks like, but that's oh no, that's so weird. Okay. I clicked out of it. I only looked at it for like a second. What else do we have to talk about on this podcast, man?
You were to tell me a story of Mike.
Yes, and I have to review a beer. Dude, why don't I fucking review a beer while telling you a quick story?
Word up.
This is the one. Are you falling asleep or something?
Oh, dude, I'm fucking in a gunfight right now.
This is the one that I'm nervous about. That was really loud, sorry.
This is the one I'm excited about.
This is the one I'm nervous about. Now, so, this beer is 16.9 ounces, so it can't all fit in my glass, so I'm going to pour most of it into the glass and then pour the rest out after I take a few sips. So, let me open the Untapped thing. Always drink responsibly.
Oh, baby, a triple.
Oh, yeah! Let's see here. How do I check in a beer? Let's see. Oh, I gotta search for it. That's right. No, that's location. Do search. Bang, bang. This beer is called... Alright, well, first it has a label on the top that says product of Germany. Original Schlenkerla smoked beer.
Oh, Shalankerla? I thought you.
Schlenkerla.
Yeah, you told me that you fucking drank this already. You lied to
No,
me.
no. This is the one I
I
fucking been
I told
most
you,
nervous about.
dude. I told you I was like, you should drink that Shalankerla beer a while ago, and you're like, nah, man, I drank it already.
Oh,
Dude,
I
I
must have been
love
drunk.
Shalankerla. That's so good.
Okay, so it
I have no
says.
idea if you're gonna like it. I think it's delicious.
Have you ever had one from like in German?
Yeah, dude, that's where it's made.
I don't know if I'm gonna like this, man. Hopefully. Oh, dude, I found this the first search result by typing in like 4 letters.
Yeah, dude, it's a popular beer.
Do you know exactly which one I'm talking about? Oh, it's
Yeah,
5.1.
do you have the Hellies, or do you have the
Ro-
Lent beer, or do you have the Rausch beer?
Rausch beer. All right, so it
That,
says
you thought
Eicht
you might not like this one, but if it was the Hellies, there might be a chance that you like it. But we'll see.
Spoiler alert, Mark's not going to like this beer. It says, Den Bayerischen Reinheitsgebot
You're the
entsprechend
worst kind of person.
Gewaltes. Eicht Kleinfehler Rauschbier, in quotations, Gesch, Malzen, Brauerie, Ella Bamberg. So I guess it's Bamberg Brewery.
Hamburg, Germany. The brewery's Sri Lanka, homie.
The back says, original Schlenkerla. How do you say it?
Shalankerla.
Schlenkerla. Oh, so there's like a little hidden letter in between the sh and the L.
That's how the German language works.
Schlenkerla smoke beer. Specialty since 1405. Eicht Original Schlenkerla Malzen smoke beer. Considered the classic example in its category, has been brewed for centuries in the Baroque town of Bamberg in Franconia, Bavaria, Germany.
Franconia.
Sorry.
Franconia.
How do you know all this shit? Fuck you. Following the most ancient malting traditions, all its select barley malts are kilned over a fire of beechwood logs at the Schlenkerla. God damn it.
Shalankerla.
Schlenkerla maltings. Brewed in classic hopper vessels and matured for months in historic cellars, Eicht Schlenkerla Rauschbier is a truly unique, smoky beer
A brisket
experience.
sandwich.
Huh?
The drink with. I wish you had a brisket sandwich to eat with while you drink this beer.
Why is that?
Because it's a smoked beer, man, and like you fucking have that fucking brisket with it, like from the fucking barbecue place. God damn.
I'd rather have some sausage. I don't like brisket that. Oh, I'll eat a brisket sandwich, but I don't care for it too much. Government warning. Oh, you can get 10 cents for this in California for the bottle. Brewed and bottled by Brauerei Elektrum, Bamberg, Germany. Imported by B United International Incorporated, Oxford, Connecticut. 06478. How do you know? Are you fucking reading notes on this while I'm describing it?
No.
Because there's no fucking
I
way
know that-
one person can know all this shit about all these beers.
Because, dude, I was talking about B United the other day with because this beer from Hitachino out of Japan was barrel aged at B United in Zinfandel barrels, and I kept meaning to go down to the brewery called OEC down in Oxford, Connecticut.
That sounds interesting to try and drink. I'd like to drink something that sounds like that. Aged in Zinfandel barrels, huh? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Check. Oh, I thought you fell out for a second. What's up? Alright,
I'm
so...
right here.
Alright, so I'll smell this beer. Sorry, I thought you were telling a story. It smells like molasses. Ooh, I can smell... It kind of smells a little bit like beef jerky, like the smokiness of it.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's super interesting.
I can smell the smoke in this. So, what do you like about, before I even glass it, what do you like about smoked beers?
Um, well, my favorite one is from them is their Lent beer. So they make it for Lent, and the point of the beer is that they take like their Helles lager. And Helles lagers in Germany are just like what you see in beer stein fucking Oktoberfest competitions, basically. It's just like an super easy drinking lager.
Ah, dude, I
Like,
love those.
but they smoke it, so that's like the caveat. So it's kind of like drinking a big beer because it's like smoked.
And
But
wait,
even though it's
wait.
easy drinking.
So smoking the beer adds like a density to it?
Sort of. It's just like it adds like a flavor in your mouth that like kind of just lingers for a while. So it just kind of gives the
Lingering.
beer like an appearance that is like heavier,
Oh,
because
okay.
it's like you drink it and you're like, man, this has been
Oh,
lingering with me for like a minute.
so they're all fucking
Uh,
faking it. Like, it looks heavier because it has smoke
well,
in it, but
no,
they've all been fucking faking
This
it.
Roush beer is actually like a heavier beer. Like I wouldn't say it's like a heavy like a stout, but it is a darker like heavier beer.
Oh, okay.
Um, and then they have a Schwartz beer that's even heavier than that. I didn't really care for that one, but that one, like, I would drink it. I was like, this is good, but I was like, I don't need to drink this again. Like, their Helles, if I see it on tap, I will get that. But their Lent beer is their Helles that they make. That they basically for during the Lent time, they would take their Helles and make it like a little more of a rich beer, because during like Lent, you like would fast,
Yeah.
like you wouldn't eat during the hours of the day or
So you
whatever.
make your beer and make that heavy enough to sustain you while you're not eating anything during Lent.
Exactly. So
God
because
damn.
you could drink beer uh, while you're fasting because it didn't fall under the categories. Because like back then you couldn't drink fucking water because the water might kill you because it's that's why they
Yeah. That's why they
distilled
made red
everything.
wine, yeah.
That's why they made like 3% beers so that you wouldn't get drunk in the middle of the day while you're doing field work or some shit like that. Because they're like, well, we need to make this wine drinkable, so the best way for us to do that is to ferment it to kill the bad bacteria. We'll just like ferment it to like a low 3%, and that way we could just drink them all day and not get fucked up. Well, during Lent, they're like, well, we don't. They're like during Lent. Well, like their Helles is probably like 4.5%, but like during Lent, they're like, we don't really need to up the alcohol that much, but we just do want to make the beer a little richer. That way,
Yeah, so you get any
makes
kind of nutrients, yeah.
feel full through the day. But but they smoke that beer as well, anyways. So,
God damn, that's fucking crazy.
anyways, so I like their Lent beer because I'm like, man, it's like their Helles is like super clean, easy to drink, but it's just like a little richer, and I just
And then
enjoy that.
but then the Lent beer is like just a little bit heavier than the Helles.
Uh, yeah, so it's like the Helles, the Lent beer, the Schwartz beer that you're about to drink.
Oh wait, so that's heavier than the fucking Lent beer?
Yeah, your beer is
Oh
heavier than the Lent
no.
beer, but it's not heavier than the Roush beer is not heavier than their Schwartz beer.
Okay, but still, man,
You don't have
damn,
the
I was
heaviest
hoping
one.
for a nice fucking lager. Alright.
But no, it's really not that bad. I promise. It's not like those stouts.
Alright, let's find out.
But they make some other beers too. But those are like the main ones that you can
And
find
now,
out on the
which
market.
brewery is this again?
Shalankerla.
Oh, Shalankrala is the brewery. Okay.
Yeah, and they don't really have names for the beer. They just call it the style that it's made after. So
Oh,
Roush
like,
beer is a style of beer.
yeah, this is our lager, this is our pilsner, this is our stout, like shit like that.
Basically, yep.
Okay. Well, shall I glass this beer?
You shall glass that beer, bitch.
Dude, it's fucking good to talk to you, man. I miss you so much.
Good to talk to you too, homie. Been a minute.
Oh, so like I said, I cannot glass the full beer because I need to drink some of it before I can put the rest of the .9 ounces.
And you also need to tell me about this young Michael story.
Yeah, I do. So this beer has 5/8 of an inch of a head after I poured it gently. So that's a good sign. I like a beer that can develop a head even though pouring gently. I like that.
That's Germany at its finest, man.
Again, I can kind of smell the smoky smell. Now the beer's in the glass now, so I can smell it a bit better than just through the narrow hole of the bottle. It smells similar to St. Arnold's number 3. That was the one that was brewed with molasses, and it smells similar to that. I don't smell any sour notes like with the St. Arnold's though.
Yep.
God, I want a Berliner Weisse right now, man. I actually like those. Whenever I go to try and find some, I'm gonna definitely grab a couple Berliner Weisse.
Dude, we make one at the bar I work at, the brewery / bar that I work at.
Yes, you told me, but I forgot what it's called. What is it called?
BWMO, which means Berliner Weiss with fruit, but it's mit obit. So mit obit means with fruit.
Mit obit.
German.
Berliner Weisse mit obit.
Yeah. So, but anyways, it's raspberry, and most Berliner Weisses are made in a kettle, so they call them kettle sours. So what they do is they basically take a certain type of a bacteria that they'll know that will sour that beer and put it into the kettle just to kind of force the sourness, the tartness. Where we make it in French oak barrels that are at my work, so that way it has to get infected by the French oak barrels, so it's not forcing the tartness. And I feel like it's a lot more balanced that way. It's really nice, but it does
perfectly
cost more money
balanced,
to make it that way.
as all things should be.
You taste this beer yet?
Steve, I heard everything that you just said, and I acknowledge it. But I did taste this beer halfway through you talking, and I kind of tuned out for 1 second because this beer tastes like root beer mixed with beef jerky. And
what?
I was nervous. I'm not kidding, dude. I was nervous about this beer, but this is probably in my top 3 of the fucking beers that I've reviewed so far. Hold on, I need to fucking go back to my check-in thing and make sure I take a picture of it.
I wouldn't say that it tastes like root beer and beef jerky, but...
Dude, this should taste like root beer and beef jerky, dude. Hold on, did I not check this fucking thing in? I gotta fucking... Oh shit, hold on. Yeah, edit that. How do I edit this shit? So you find this 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, man, that beer is fucking delicious. A lot of their beers are delicious.
Dude, I just said I fucking love it, man. It's fucking...
I'm just saying, right?
Let me see. I can't edit my thing again to where I can add a picture to it. Can I? Oh, how do I do that?
You gotta click on it.
Uh-huh.
And then when you click on it, go to the top, right-hand corner of the app.
Oh, up there.
Click on your left.
Edit this check-in. Add the photo. Wow. Hey, are you off tomorrow?
I gotta work at 3:30.
God damn it, Steve, it's podcast day. Hopefully Mike will be
Sorry, man.
around. So, Mike called me last night, and I will tell you exactly what time it was. At 8:51 my time. I had already lied down because I'm not going to lie. I did drink more alcohol yesterday because I was all worried about Mike, and I was like, I need more beer, so I went to the store to get an extra 40, which I could just learn to deal with my emotions organically instead of just using chemicals to do it. But I did it, and then so I was already lying down by the time he called me. He called me, oh, I'm so happy, blah blah. He was like, yeah, fool, I was all coked out, fool, and I lost my phone. I was like, what the fuck? Are you serious? After telling him how much we were worried about him, berated the fuck out of him for a little while.
Nice.
But not to be mean, just to be like, come on, man, you're slipping up, dude. So, like, he said he did, like, some coke with some dude last night, but they were supposed to split a gram, but he ended up doing, like, most of it. And so, when he tried to call us, he was, like, the most fucked up he's been in a long time. Now, can I hear what you said again? Because you said that you picked up the phone for him, and he seemed, like, sober and lucid, right?
Yeah, but he seemed like really like it makes sense because he seemed like really like lucid, sober, and like focused. Now, he was focused, all right.
Now, how long did you guys talk for?
For like a fucking second, man. I answered the phone and he like started talking to me and I was like, oh, he doesn't sound drunk at all. Like, what the fuck's going on? I hope someone's all right. And then and he was like, oh shit, you were sleeping, weren't you, man? I was like, yeah, I was. He's like, oh shit, well, fucking hit me up later. And then he just hung up on me.
Huh. Now, I told him, I was like, yeah, Steve said you were sober when you were talking to him when he picked up. He was like, nah, man, I was fucked up. Like, conviction in the voice. He's like, nah, man, I was fucked up. So he lost his phone in the garage all day, and he apparently did so many cocaines that he no-called, no-showed to work.
Come on, Mike.
And just basically slept and was fucked up all goddamn day because he had so much alcohol too. And just basically no call, no showed, slept all fucking day, found his phone in the garage, like probably right next to where he was when he was calling us, you know what I mean? But so he called, we chopped it up a little bit last night, like talking about other shit, but I was like, come on, man, what the fuck, bro, we were worried about you. He's like, yeah, my bad, dude, I'm so fucked up today, because blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I thought you were done with that shit, man. Why are you doing that to yourself? Anyway, but at least he's alright. I'm going to podcast with him tomorrow, hopefully, if he's around.
Yeah, man, I was really worried about him.
Oh, I brought that up to him, too. I was like, hey, man, you tried to call me and Steve early in the morning, and then when you didn't respond to our text, we thought something was wrong with you. Like, that's kind of fucked up. You need to get your life together, man. To where if we don't hear from you for 12 fucking hours, we know you're not dead. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, it's just a thing, man. It's like someone does that, and then this day and age, when they don't get back to you within like at least a few hours, you're like, these motherfuckers might be dead. It's just like so many people fucking commit suicide.
Well,
I
I
don't
wasn't
even think
even.
it has to anything to just do with Mike, but I was just like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know what happened, but I also don't want it on my conscience all day that Mike tried to fucking call me, and I was half asleep, but I couldn't be there for him, you know?
Yeah, I definitely did not think Mike would ever kill himself, but I was like, what if he did, man? But you kind of let your mind go to the worst spot on that one. But I know what you're saying. Like, wait, why hasn't he got back to us yet? You know, like that's like a product of our current environment. You know, like I know this motherfucker saw that text. You know what I mean? How,
For
like,
sure is, dude.
it's like, it's almost irresponsible to leave your phone somewhere. Dude, I should just fucking leave my phone somewhere for 2 days. Oh, you know what I like to do? I like to fucking put my phone in airplane mode and just, like, listen to a album or a podcast. Just know that I won't be interrupted.
I mean, I also like to put my shit in airplane mode. Well, not airplane mode. I like to put it in do not disturb mode. Like, I'll go to work, and, like, I won't feel my phone go off one time, and then, like, at the end of my shift, I'll check that shit, and I'll, like, you know, 10 text messages from you motherfuckers, and, like, 5 from Sarah, and I'm like, man, that shit would have been bothering me if I felt that shit going off in
Dude.
my pocket the entire shift.
You just fucked up, man.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna have to edit this podcast.
Oh, dude, it says Sarah. My
Yeah,
bad.
you did. It's not.
Whoops, Megan.
Don't say my bad to me.
I had an edible earlier. I'm a bit fucked up.
You're so fucked up you forgot about your girlfriend, Steve? Huh?
Nah, I just fucking mixed up the names.
Is that how it is?
Slipped up.
You still think about her, Steve, huh?
Yeah, I do
How
all
often
the
do
time.
you fucking think about her, bro?
From the
Just
moment I
kidding.
wake up to the moment I go to sleep.
Just kidding, Megan. God, I wish someone else was here right now so we could tag team your ass and berate the fuck out of you.
That's not nice. I don't think my psyche could handle that.
Yeah, you could, man. Oh, jeez. No, that's kind of funny. Freudian slip. Everything's good. We just had some technical difficulties for a second. But that's cool that you caught your slip up. I didn't even say what you said. Okay. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, Megan, if you ever listen to this
Oh,
podcast,
no.
you're a handsome dude.
Leaving our phones.
Oh,
Leaving
yeah,
our
yeah.
phones somewhere.
I should just fuck everybody, leave my phone somewhere for like 3 days. Like, leave me alone. I get back and it's like one text message, like, God damn it.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Mark. Have you heard from Mike? That's your one text message.
Yeah. We should do a podcast in person one day, man. Then I could finally die and shuffle off of this mortal coil.
We could do a live podcast.
Yeah.
It'll just be like one strange dude from the park.
No, I mean me, you, and Mike, and Coleman, and even possibly Taylor.
No, but I'm saying it's like all of us at a table doing a live podcast for people.
Oh yeah,
Like,
people would be like, "What the
fucking
fuck are
park.
these guys doing?"
Never even heard of Just for Fun podcast.
What edible did you have earlier?
It was like one of the fucking cookies I got from Taylor's mom for Christmas. I just found it in my backpack the other day.
Oh,
Eat this shit real quick.
nice. Hey, did I tell you I hit a vape pen the other day?
Yeah, dude, you said you got high as fuck.
Dude, I rediscovered why people like people. I was like, oh yeah, people are cool. That's why we like people. Like, people are nice. I was high as fuck, man. I remember thinking, like, as we're driving along the road, like, oh yeah, there's another person. Like, oh yeah, man, people are cool as fuck, man. Yeah, you know, Some people are pretty shitty, but you know, most of them are alright. I was high, man.
Did you like think of like anyone? You're like, you know what? I kind of do like that door guy at the fucking gas station.
Oh, that's hilarious. No, I don't really like that guy that much. Kind of smells funny, man.
This
But
is why people like people.
I still have love for him, though, man. I hope he's okay, but I don't like talking to him. I hope
Still
he's
got
alright,
love for
though.
the streets.
Oh, man. Dude, I went on a journey while I was already on a car ride. I was pretty fucking high, man.
I'm trying to get where you were at.
I didn't even go that deep either, man. Like, that's not the deepest I've been, but I want to get deeper than that, dude. I need to have, like, a hard edible. Just check my ass, you know? Like, oh, bitch, you thought you were cool? Boom! And just take that edible. I want to go to the place where I think I'm never going to come back, but I know I will because it's just weed. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's like the best place to go sometimes. Not in the moment. In that moment, you're freaking the fuck out. Like, motherfucker.
Is
You
there
come to later and you're like, not that bad.
is there any tether that you can feel? Like, do you have any sense of, like, I knew this was going to happen, like, I know I'm going to be okay? Like, or are you just fucking thrown in the deep?
There is now, but like,
Those first couple times.
First couple times, I was like, it was like still like the first couple times I was getting high, and I was just like, I don't know, what if Mark was lying to me this entire time?
What if Mark was lying to me this entire time? Oh. Oh, man. I wish I could, like... You know how you can select... After you beat a video game, you can select the chapters of the game? I wish I could just, like, relive one of those, like, 30-minute chapters of, like, wow, I'm so high, I don't even know who I am. I wish I could just relive one of those, because I had a couple of them when I was young, man.
Dude, I still get them sometimes.
Dude, I felt like I existed outside of time one time before.
I like that.
I swear I felt like, and the vision was so, I wish I could, we need to get this, like, neural link shit, and I'll link my shit up to your shit, but at the beginning, it'll be really rudimentary, like, you know how you used to link your Game Boy?
Fucking,
yeah, Pokemon.
in my ride.
Oh, I'm gonna pimp your brain, homie.
I'm gonna link my shit to your shit, so your shit can link to my shit while your shit link to my shit.
Remember how you could, like, link a Game Boy to another Game Boy and trade Pokemon and shit? I'm gonna link my shit to your shit, and you'll just get, like, the rudimentary reference of it, but, like, whenever we can really do that shit...
Meanwhile, they're like, yo, we invented Bluetooth.
Oh,
we
yeah,
don't
we
need
could...
cords anymore.
Well, yeah, we can Bluetooth our shit to each other's shit. You know, we don't need a wire. I would love to share the experience of me feeling like I was in, like, the fourth dimension before. It was fucking weird, man.
I still kind of want to try shrooms.
I want to do shrooms again, but I want to do a higher dose than I've ever done before. I feel like, Steve, honestly, I feel like if you did shrooms, it would just reinforce who you are, because you already know who you are. That's what shrooms does. It kind of, like, just lets you know who you are, and you would just be reinforced by it, and you'll become stronger.
I just want to get confused by the fucking universe, man. More than I already am, you know?
Yeah. I've never taken, like, a high enough dose to make me forget who I am, but I did enjoy my experiences on shrooms. Like, there was definitely some weird shit going on. But I never took, like, a heroic dose. Oh, I finished... No, I didn't finish the beer yet. I really like this beer. It got me drunk. I feel like way more drunk than when I began drinking the beer. It tastes like beef jerky and root beer at the same time somehow to me. My palate's all fucked up. I'm gonna finish it now. Ziggy zaggy, oi, oi, oi. Wow. I really enjoyed that beer. For beers that I've had on this podcast, I will give it 4.5 out of 5. Only because I like the sours more. I gave a couple sours 5 out of 5. And I really liked that milk stout with cherries. Also, I think I gave that a 5, maybe a 4.5. But I really enjoyed this beer. And I was intimidated by it. I was nervous about it. I thought that it was going to be the worst beer ever, but I really enjoyed it. And the smoky taste does stick around.
For a while, you were like,
well,
I drank that beer.
It must have been a miscommunication. Because I had like 3 different German beers. Do you remember that beer I drank that was like a very stout, like stout as in shape of a bottle? Like it was really wide at the bottom, and it was really thin at the neck of the bottle. I think I probably thought you were talking about that beer because it was also completely German in the name of the beer.
Yeah.
But anyway, I lied to you on purpose, Steve, till the end, even though I never tried it. But yeah, that was good. And I only have one more beer to review now on my birthday, or whenever is the closest podcast to my birthday. So I'll have to go find some more sometime.
You should get some more for the 100th episode.
Yeah, that'll probably be my birthday. Fucking.
Birthday's in July, fool.
Yeah, I know. It's already like fucking May 10th, right? May 11th? May 14th? God damn it.
What episode are we on?
92. This is episode 92. Thanks everyone for listening. Oh shit, I picked the wrong thing. Yeah, I have the birthday bomb to review whenever it's the closest to my birthday, and I'll see if I can pick up something in between now and then.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's like some weird shitty 6-packs near my house that I don't think any of them will really be that good, and I don't want to like get a whole 6-pack, you know? I want to go grab like a couple bottles of beer. I definitely want...
You don't have enough money to sign up for that website, Tabor.
Oh, no.
They'll send fucking like craft beer boxes to your house like once a month or something with like 3 or 4 beers in it.
No, I don't have the money to devote to that kind of thing, man. I'm trying to get my money up for this Quip toothbrush, bro. I'm kidding. It costs $5 with the promo codes. Sorry, I was just kidding. I do want to get some shit by 6 Point again, though. I really enjoyed those ones.
Yep, those are good. They just came out with a Jammer 12-pack with like a bunch of different jammers in there. I think I sent you a picture of it.
Yeah, you sent it to me. I've been thinking about it. Every time I go to look and see if there's any more craft beer, I'm like, where's the 6 Point? I really enjoyed those ones. I think there was actually one that I didn't like that much, but I still liked it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have any ones that I did not enjoy. So anyway, Mike's a piece of shit because he lost his phone yesterday and barely got back to. Did he text you at all?
No, he never got back to me.
What an asshole. Yeah. So that's all the stories I had prepared for the podcast.
Like that.
Come on, is there anything else you can think of to talk about? I mean, I can talk all night if we get some topics going on. We already covered more politics than I've ever talked about in my entire life.
I wish I had something.
Any rude customers?
No, not really.
I've already talked about the rudest customer that I've ever met. Any mishaps with the Roomba for your yard?
No, dude comes by, fucking checks on it. No. Really, we don't have to worry about it. I'm fighting this boss right now that keeps whooping my ass.
Is that why you've been so silent, man?
Yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah, that's all good. Well, you know, we just recently passed 2 hours of a podcast.
Has it already been 2 hours?
It's been 2 hours and 7 minutes, man. I call that a nice podcast. And silence. Alright, so everyone go visit Truly Woke Steve on Twitter and on the PlayStation. No one hit me up on Twitter. Everyone go listen to Matt Bird. They're not as great anymore, but they're still alright. Shouts out to socks. Everyone make sure you keep wearing your socks. And we'll talk to you next time. Anything else you want to say, Steve? Oh, can you give me a message?
Shouts out to Sock Dick.
Oh, Sock Dick. Yeah, shouts out to Sock Dick. Can you give me a message to myself like 10 years from now when I listen to this?
No. We did.
Just for fun podcast.